What happens when children with stones stand against soldiers with rifles? Yes, in 1987, the world saw it for the first time. Teenagers in sneakers throwing rocks at Israeli tanks, and an army ordered to break their arms and legs. This was not just a protest. This was the first Intifada, the moment Palestinians told the world, "We will not be silent anymore." The story begins on December 8, 1987. An Israeli military truck crashed into a Palestinian car in Gaza, killing 4 workers. For Palestinians, this was not just an accident. It was the last straw after 20 years of occupation. Since the 1967 war, the next day, protests erupted in the Jabalia refugee camp. Within weeks, the uprising spread across the West Bank and Gaza. The word Intifada means uprising in Arabic, but this was not a war with guns. It was a movement of ordinary people. Shopkeepers, mothers, students, teenagers, etc., etc. Palestinian youth, some as young as 12 or 13, faced heavily armed Israeli soldiers with only stones, and the image shocked the world. Children throwing stones at tanks? How is it possible, man? The resistance was not just about clashes. Palestinians also used civil resistance. General strikes shut down the markets, boycott of Israeli goods, refusing to pay taxes, graffiti messages demanding freedom. This was a grassroots uprising. No big leaders at first, just a population tired of living under military rule. How did Israel respond? Let's see it harshly and brutally. Israeli Defense Minister Yitzhak Rabin reportedly ordered soldiers to break their arms and legs to stop the protesters. Israeli soldiers used live bullets, rubber bullets, and tear gas. Thousands of protesters were beaten in the streets. According to BT Salim, an Israeli human rights group, over 1,000 Palestinians were martyred during the Intifada, and tens of thousands were injured or arrested. One photo became a symbol of worldwide fame. 13-year-old Faris Odeh standing alone throwing a stone at a tank before he was shot dead and killed. For the first time, the Western media showed the reality. CNN, BBC, and newspapers broadcasted images of kids in t-shirts and sneakers facing soldiers in helmets and body armor. Even some Israelis started questioning their government. Former Prime Minister of Israel, Yitzhak Rabin, later admitted, "We're not dealing with terrorists, we're dealing with the people who want freedom." American journalist Thomas Friedman wrote, "This is not a security problem. This is a political problem. These children are fighting for a country." So, did it change anything? The Intifada forced Israel to talk. In 1993, the Oslo Accords were signed between Yasser Arafat, PLO leader, and Yitzhak Rabin. Palestinians were promised limited self-rule in parts of Gaza and the West Bank. But the reality was disappointing. The occupation never ended. Israeli settlements kept growing. Palestinian intellectual Edward Said criticized Oslo, saying, "Oslo was Palestinian Versailles, an agreement between the weak and the strong." The cost of Intifada was heavy. A generation of Palestinian children grew up under daily violence. Many lost family members, homes, or spent years in prison. But it also changed global opinion. It proved that resistance was not only about guns. Even stones, strikes, and protesters would shake the occupation. The first Intifada ended in 1993, but its spread lived on and inspired the second Intifada in 2000, which would be far more violent. The world still remembers the images. A boy with a stone, a tank aiming at a child, and a people refusing to give up, even under occupation. As one Palestinian activist said, "We may not win today, but the world will know we exist." This was the first Intifada, the moment the world finally saw the reality of the occupation. In part 5, we will reveal how the Oslo peace deal became a trap for Palestinians, promising hope but delivering more control. This is 70 years of humiliation and resistance, and the truth cannot be silenced. For more videos, please like this video, subscribe the channel, keep it sharing. Thanks.